welcoming you to our 30-minute mindfulness meditation. I am so very grateful that you have decided to join us tonight from wherever you're practicing from. And if you're here watching the recording, and whatever time it is for you, this is a beautiful practice we can do together as a community. So let's go ahead and get started by just noticing the way that you're sitting, and know that you can also decide to recline for this practice should you be feeling really depleted, or if you have low energy levels today, you can recline. But we're going to start. I just want to share a little bit about what I did over the weekend. So I shared a meditation with 1,000 other people, and our leader was Jon Kabat-Zinn, who is a very important person in the transmission of mindfulness to Western medicine. He basically brought mindfulness into the lexicon of Western medicine and has created the foundation of what's called mindfulness-based stress reduction, a sort of a step-by-step guide for us to live with stress. And so I think every human on the planet has stress, and this group in particular has our particular stressors. And so I thought it would be helpful for me to go attend this. And it was wonderful. So I wanted to share a little bit about that throughout our session today. So the very first thing that caught my ear that Jon Kabat-Zinn said, that practicing meditation, the first thing you do is you find your posture. You get into that seat. You come to sit or recline, in our case, however feels good to you. And just doing that is a radical act of sanity. I felt like those words were really important for me to hear. Coming to sit in your meditation posture, whatever it may be, is a radical act of sanity. Coming to sit still, to enjoy a little bit of silence, is a radical act of sanity, right? To stop doing and to begin to develop some awareness of what it feels like to just be. So that is what we do in mindfulness. We stop doing and we begin to develop the ability to be aware of what's happening on many different levels. And we can even develop awareness of our awareness. But we can start with this posture as our home base, right? So the body, no matter where I go, my body is my home base. And in my mindfulness practice, my practice of just staying present, I can start with how my home base is doing and how my body is feeling. So I can begin by just observing head to toe or toe to head how my body is feeling in this moment, and trying not to judge, but just entering into awareness of my physical body. Maybe allowing this body to settle and making any adjustments to the way you're sitting or reclining so that you remove discomfort or tension, if such a thing is possible. So you might give yourself a little extra support And of course, if you need to move, maybe there's a part of the body that feels stuck or tight, and a little bit of movement could address that. Now, this isn't a movement practice, but I really want to give you the freedom to change your posture or move if you need to. So coming to home base, the body, just sitting in stillness. This is my step towards my own sanity, stopping all the doing and beginning to develop awareness of what is going on in the present moment. Allowing the body to settle, allowing those little areas where you collect tension to perhaps soften. For me, it's the shoulders, always the damn shoulders, right? And the jaw. And maybe I can just sort of allow my eyes to be bathed in the juices of my eye sockets and just sort of lubricate there. I could roll them around a little bit even. And now I have some awareness that I even have a body, right? So before I entered into this mindfulness session with you, I was only really aware of my mind moving and moving. And now I'm here in my body. And another way that I can come into my body is to observe the sensations of breathing. And this can connect many of the layers of my awareness, that thread that weaves it all together, the breath. So I might observe the sensation of air coming in through my nose, out through my nose or mouth, allowing the air, inviting the air, drinking the air in. Maybe I could let go of holding my belly and just allow that belly to soften. And little by little, as I maybe take my first breaths that I'm even aware of today, I can tell myself that it's okay to be exactly as I am in this moment. That I can have a messy mind. I can have pain in my body. And these things are just things that I'm going to observe. So I'm entering into this space where I can be my 100% authentic self. And that's all I ever need to do is just to show up and be 100% my authentic self. So I'm taking off the layers of the roles that I play when I enter into this space. I'm noticing my body. I'm noticing my breath. And I'm telling myself that ever present narration in my mind, it's okay to just be and stop doing. And then to add in the support I feel, not only am I home base with my body, but I'm home base with this family of fellow Waldenstrom's friends. So being mindful together magnifies my awareness in some way. So I've widened my awareness. And you notice that with mindfulness, I've just asked you to place your awareness in these different places: the body, the breath, the community. And really, what we're doing is we're shining that light of awareness in different places and getting used to the ability to be agile with that awareness shift. So let's practice. Let's practice. And you can start with the body, move to the breath, go back to the body, go back to the breath. And let's just spend the next maybe 3 minutes toggling between those places: the body, the breath, perhaps the community, if that's helpful to you. Just showing up to what is really happening for you. And I think some of the most helpful instruction that I've received in meditation practice and mindfulness practice is to just begin again, to realize, to know that the practice is just that. The minute I notice that I'm lost in thought or making a list or having a whole conversation in my mind about something, that's not a bad thing. I'm just noticing that. But the minute I notice that and I say to myself, oh, I'm going to come back to what I was trying to do, which was just to notice my breath or my body. I think it was Sharon Salzberg, in fact, who said, it's like you see an old friend in the crowd, that that moment when you realize you've kind of gotten away and that you've invited yourself to come back. So just beginning again when you get kind of lost in the shuffle. Of course, it's impossible not to have thoughts. That is not our goal. Our goal is to just be with our human experience and to be able to shift the awareness. So the awareness is separate from thoughts. I can observe that I'm having a thought. I'm having an emotion. And I might just allow myself to experience those things. And then I can step back and see that there is the source of the light of awareness itself that is unchanging, that is always available to me, and that it can be like a refuge, a place of sanctuary, to take that step back. So let's see if, my friends, we could toggle the awareness now between the body, the breath, and any emotion that you might be experiencing right now. So I'm aware of my body. I'm aware of the breath infusing my body with life. And then I'm allowing myself to experience emotion. Maybe it's in my stomach, I feel it. Maybe I feel it in my heart. But just noticing if there's anything there, recognizing it, accepting it. Seeing that that light of awareness is separate from the actual feeling itself. And I can also become aware of any thoughts that might come and go as I sit in this stillness, just observing the breath, each moment brings us to this moment we will never have again. So just experiencing a moment by moment awareness of what is. And if I'm experiencing anxiety, I might just rest my attention on my seat, right? Or the sensation of the earth below you. And I might just allow the breath to come in and out. And in this way, I can regulate my nervous system. And one reason the breath is such a fantastic place to rest our attention, to shine that light of awareness on, is because it is always always changing. I'm observing the breath coming in. Maybe there's a little pause and then I breathe out, a little pause. This circle of the breath coming and going. It's like the waves receding, cresting, breaking. And the thing I know that I can count on is that it will change. The breath will change. The breath is coming and going. And I'm just staying present with that, rising and falling. That cycle of change, that tidal rhythm. And I can reach out to my breath like my best friend, always there, even in the darkest moments, even in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. I can observe the breath coming in and out. There it is, my friend. And I can drink it in. I can wrap it around me like a blanket. And I can observe my mind wandering off to what's for dinner. And I can gently, with love and with compassion, guide my awareness back to my breath or to my seat or to awareness itself. Perhaps I can even widen out and feel a communal sense of awareness. We are not just one person sitting in one room. There's Karen in Michigan, and Judith in Massachusetts, and Joan in California, and Joel in Oregon, Roxanne and Renee and Mary. Everyone in this space right now, breathing together this breath, connected in this moment, this widening awareness of connectivity can be like a foundation itself. So perhaps you want to take another moment or two to just steep yourself in this awareness of community, of safe space, of being seen and heard with this rare situation you may find yourself in. And just remember that all you need to do is be your authentic self in any given moment. And how to get in touch with that authentic self is to sit and be in stillness, connecting with breath, connecting with body, connecting with awareness itself. And coming back over and over again until it becomes something that is habitual, that you can practice while you're washing the dishes or getting ready for bed, brushing your teeth. Taking mindfulness into the very fabric of your daily life. This is really, and this is again something that John Kabat-Zinn mentioned in our meditation, that the real meditation is doing life, is being fully present for the ups and the downs of life. And it's awfully hard. So all we can do is practice. And if you need to hear you've got gold stars for trying, I'm giving them to you. So let's begin to come out of our meditation space. You might want to, kind of blink the eyes open slowly, maybe make some little movements, stretch the arms, stretch the legs, lick the lips, swallow. And I will close our session today with my hands at heart center. If that's something that resonates with you, you can join me. And why not throw one Om and three Shantis in? This is my practice that I do at the end of most offerings. So feel free to listen or join in on your own ends. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And thanking you so much for your practice, my friends. Namaste.